So it's Halloween today. I can't really not say anything about it. It just shows you how apostate the church is, though, that we even have to say anything about it. It's the most obviously satanic, demonic festival of the heathen. And somehow you can Christianize it. It's just bizarre. I mean, I know that there's even a good chunk of Christians that sort of forsake Halloween and say, no, it's not of God. But then they're still hypocrites because they do Christmas and Easter. And that's the main point that I even want to make in this video, because that's the root of it. It's because the church did Christmas and Easter, they learnt the ways of the heathen, and they've done so in the name of Baal, in the name of Jesus, thinking that they're doing it for God. Tomorrow is a feast unto the Lord, claiming it's the Messiah's birthday when it's not. The Messiah was born in the spring. It's because they've even done that sin has increased. John tells you in 1 John to keep yourself from idols, because the sin that leads to death is idolatry. And Jeremiah 10 shows you what those idols are. The Christmas tree, the Ashtaroth pole that Israel made, brought into their homes and decorated, all in the name of Baal and Ashtaroth. And that's why God divorced them. So what makes you think that you can boast against the natural branches, Christian church? That's what it means to boast against the natural branches. You've made the same mistake as them. In claiming you're delivered to do those abominations, you're boasting against the natural branches. And what does Paul say to those who do that? Because we've done the same mistake. He says, how much sooner will you be cut off? That do the same thing that Israel did to get cut off. And we've done the same thing as a church. There's nothing new under the sun. We've forsaken the Holy Covenant. It begins with idolatry. And now the fruit of that, the fruit of letting Christmas and Easter in, is that we've accepted Halloween. So you Christian, this is more so for the Christian, because the people who think they can Christianize Halloween, it's absolutely bizarre. Halloween, Christmas, Easter, they're child sacrificing rituals. What do you think it means in the prophecies where God's people are sacrificing their children to Moloch? They're passing their children through the fire. These prophecies are about the end days church as well. It's not just talking about what they were doing back then. It's a mirror image. You're doing the same thing that Israel did. You're just doing it spiritually. Satan's came as an angel of light in the Christmas spirit. But it's the exact same thing. Jesus isn't even the Messiah's name. He wasn't even born on December 25th. You bring a tree into your house. But the portion of Jacob isn't like them that does these things, because he doesn't deny the Messiah's name. He doesn't do idolatry. But you hate Jacob because he tells you these things. What? Bird. A bird. Yeah, basically, little children, keep yourselves from idols. It was a rebuke against Christmas and Easter, Christmas trees, Easter bunnies. Deuteronomy 32, the whole church is going to go apostate. Jacob has to rise up out of the church and rebuke the church of their sins before tribulation comes, because most people aren't going to listen. They go into tribulation. Those that are ignorant are held in ignorance and go into the second Exodus. And then even the rebels that are... Because even within the ignorant, there'll be rebels within the ignorant. So there's going to be a second harvest. So the second Exodus is... The second Exodus is going to be the true lost sheep and tares also. The wheat and the tares. Is always wheat and tares. The wheat and tares grow together. So the rebels will be purged out even in the second Exodus. But yeah, Halloween's obviously pagan. It's satanic. Learn not the way of the heathen. It's like, even John tells you, what is it? How does John put it? Take nothing of the Gentiles. He's saying the same thing as Jeremiah 10. Learn not the ways of the heathen. But you love the ways of the heathen, and then you claim you're delivered to do those abominations and boast against the natural branches by making their same mistake, but saying, because we're the church, we're going to get raptured. Strong delusion.